Hello, my name is Jason Torrey, and I am the Chief Executive Officer of Petrichor Artisanal Malts. We are a custom malting company for craft brewers and distillers. Our great team consists of Tim Cyril, who is the Vice President of Operations. Tim currently is serving on active duty in the United States Army, and in about 6 months, he will be returning to the private sector. Sarah Young is our Vice President of Business Development. Sarah currently serves as the Director of Operations and Facilities for the Port of Skagit. Blaine Butler is our Vice President of Sales and Marketing. Blaine has held numerous positions in the technology industry as well as the marketing industry. And I currently serve on active duty as a Command Master Chief in the United States Navy. Who is Petrichor and what are we? What do we do? Well, we believe this is in our value proposition to our customers. This is the core and the foundation of who and what we are as an organization. Petrichor Artisanal Malts is for craft brewers and distillers who want to create exceptional flavor profiles in their work. Our malt is the highest quality available that is completely customizable, repeatable, and scalable, unlike mass-produced commercial malts or traditional malting processes that yield uncertain results. Our team believes this value proposition is what we are, it is who we are, and it is who Petrichor is, as we are Petrichor. We are responsible individuals. We are stewards of our craft. We are creating a sustainable model in our organization that is friendly to not only our family, but the communities we are involved in. Now I'll turn it over to Sarah. Thank you.
Thank you, Jason. I'm Sarah Young. The specialty malt market has grown significantly in recent years, driven largely by an explosion in the number of craft breweries and distilleries in this country. This is currently a $2 billion per year industry, and it's predicted to double in size by 2026. Here in the Northwest, we're really in the center of the craft brewing and distilling movement in the country, and there's already a large established demand here for specialty malt. So unlike commercial malt manufacturers that are modifying their processes to try to gain some capability to make specialty malts, Petrichor has really been built from the ground up as a maker of specialty and custom malts of the highest quality and in varieties that aren't currently available anywhere else on the market. And we think with the advantage of our technology-supported malting system, which has been protected by U.S. patent, that Petrichor has the opportunity to be the industry leader in this market in the country. In addition to direct sales of malt, the business has significant future growth potential in 3 different ways. First, we see that we can license our technology to other maltsters who are looking to mimic our process. Secondly, we think that there's great expansion potential with the distributed model, where Petrichor would build new production facilities around the country in craft brewing and distilling hotspots, and we would feature grains that are locally significant to those areas. And finally, we see that there's future expansion potential in using our process to make sprouted grains in virtually any variety, and those grains could be used in the specialty food industry to make flour and other health food products. Petrichor is part of the Skagit Valley Agriculture Innovation Partnership Zone, and our key partnerships are really our greatest asset as an organization. Our partners include Washington State University, the Port of Skagit, grain growers, and some of the world's top master brewers and distillers. And we've developed our process in very close consultation with these partners. The business receives R&D support from the university, and we receive facility support and investment from the Port District. Our work with grain growers and brewing industry leaders ensures that we're building a value chain from farm to glass that meets the quality expectations of this industry. And now I'd like to hand it over to Blaine Butler, who's going to tell you more about Petrichor's target market. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Blaine. Our market research indicates that microbreweries and independent distilleries are likely to be our most devoted customers. These people care deeply about quality and are less cost-conscious than larger breweries. They have a high rate of inventory turnover and are an easy sell for our particular products. We anticipate that direct-to-customer sales to home brewers may become a significant market segment for our business. Home brewers represent that segment of the brewing industry's customer base that is the most devoted to craft beer. These individuals are passionate about quality and flavor and are interested in experimenting with new flavors using more technical production methods requiring whole malted grains versus malt extract. Flour milling and food manufacturing businesses, such as bread, energy bars, and cereal makers, are looking for alternates to flour and grain products to add a perceived health value to their particular products. Although a smaller, but potentially a significant market for us is the farm-to-table sustainable food movement, where local restaurants and bakeries are seeking higher quality of locally grown ingredients. Here we represent the market size of the verticals we intend to approach. As you can see, the majority of the market, or roughly 98%, is represented by craft breweries and independent distilleries, where we find the greatest value for our products and services. However, it should be understood the home brewing market is continuing to gain traction within the US and is growing. Customized malts continue to dominate this market with the biggest concentration on hops today. However, malted barley, with precise and consistent preparation specifications, will grow more popular in the coming years. Lastly, flour milling and food manufacturing is a very small market today, but we expect to see an 800% growth by the year 2018. Many companies are moving toward barley, sprouted grains, whole grains, and seeds due to a millennial-driven growth health consciousness and gluten sensitivities. This is our primary competitive analysis of those maltsters that are capable of making differentiated products and can compete with us in our target market. As you can see from the highlighted areas, Palouse Pint and Gold Rush Malt do have quality products, however they are too small to provide a variety of products and offer advanced scalability. These are the two regional local companies we feel that pose the biggest threat to us on the West Coast, but we do have our particular advantages. Great Western Malting, being the largest malt distributor on the West Coast, has established relationships and partnerships that allow them to focus on large-scale malts. However, their investment into automation and technology makes Great Western vulnerable to supplying the smaller breweries and distilleries, a very strategic focal point for Petrichor. Mecca Grade Estate Malt has some unique threats to Petrichor as well. They have their own land and have been in business for 8 generations. However, while having a variety of products, most of their malts are already allocated to larger customers, and they are limited by their size as they farm their own grains on just over 1,000 acres. Their lengthy time in the business offers established relationships and customers. However, their process of floor malting will cause grain loss, inconsistencies, and will limit servicing the smaller craft distilleries and breweries in the future.
Hi, my name is Tim Searle, and this is the patented pilot machine that we built for our custom malting. Our single vessel malting process brings purpose-built innovation to malting, improving on conventional standards in versatility, batch uniformity, precision and accuracy, handling, scalability, and overall resource efficiency. Our grains undergo steeping, germination, and kilning in a single vessel with controlled rotation at adjustable speeds. This, combined with our advanced process monitoring system, allows us to malt an impressive range of barleys and other grains or seeds, and to target outcomes across spectrums of technical parameters such as color, diastic power, and insoluble total protein ratio. With our custom malting equipment, we can process grain to exact specifications in temperature, time, moisture, airflow, and roasting. What sets us apart is the ability to repeat those exact specifications, which is not found in the industry as other large malting companies have too many variables in their process. Craft brewers, distillers, and those in the artisan food industry are looking to set themselves apart with different variations, but they cannot find a malting company that will produce the wider varieties of malt and grain that they are looking for until now. Here is the team that has been assembled to make Petrichor a reality. You've already been introduced to the key employees, so we will move on to the board of directors. The board is comprised of 5 voting positions. CEO Jason Torrey serves as chairman and treasurer of the board. The vice chairman position is filled by Dwayne Knapp, a successful business leader and brand expert. The secretary position is filled by an early investor and corporate finance expert. 2 additional board positions are reserved for outside investors. The board of directors will meet monthly during the early startup phase. The operations portion of the business consists of personnel listed below each of the executives. In short, we will have minimal staff to run the business, but have 3 sales and marketing personnel as they are key to gaining new orders and ensuring that our customers are happy with the product. The advisory committee is a non-voting body with the primary responsibility to provide guidance and expertise to the organization during the startup phase and to provide neutral counsel to the CEO in business matters. Lastly, we will outsource financial management and website design in the early phase of operation.
We understand our market and will start serving the Pacific Northwest with emphasis on Washington, Oregon, and Idaho, starting with craft breweries and distilleries in the area. We will begin to develop relationships, start evangelizing and providing samples of our customized malts, and begin to focus on orders immediately. Having a local advantage and access to quality Skagit Valley barley will help empower the local economy while offering superior and consistent products and varieties. Home brewers and food manufacturers will be a concentration in the following years. However, we intend to focus on our target markets to begin. We will use various identified marketing techniques and will have an initial sales staff to support our Pacific Northwest region. As we grow and expand, we will address other markets and build our infrastructure to support the quantity of grains needed to be produced.
Petrichor will have completed several milestones in the first quarter of operations. We will begin by having all necessary trademarks, patents, and building licensing secured before we begin to build the manufacturing facility and appropriate office space. The location of the warehouse and the office space has been vetted and will be signed before we begin development of the facilities and obtaining our malting equipment and other resources. We will have secured our angel round with family, friends, and founding owner contributions. Petrichor will bring 2 10-ton capacity malting units into production in the first year with a total estimated production capacity of approximately 1 million pounds of malt. Our production target for year 2 will be to double year 1 production with the addition of 2 malting units. In years 2 and 3, Petrichor will begin expansion into the specialty food industry. Our priority will be to form at least 2 strategic partnerships with specialty food makers, including flour mills and health food makers to produce sprouted grain products for use in these industries. By year 3, Petrichor will assess the specialty food market for the possibility of further expansion. Our ultimate goal will be to grow to serve 1% of the available market by year 3 of operations. To meet this goal, we will increase our sales by a factor of 4 over the same 3-year horizon.
Thank you, Tim. So looking at our 5-year financial projections, we see that we get out of the red and become profitable in year 2 in business. And we expect to realize a net profit of more than $30 million by year 5 of our startup phase. Again, our production process is highly automated and can be operated very efficiently, but this means that in the first 5 years in business, we will require close to $16 million invested in capital expenses for equipment purchases. To meet this need, we will pursue a reinvestment strategy. We'll use profits generated in the first 5 years and plow those profits back into the business to make those additional equipment purchases. The company's cash position is very strong at year 5. As you can see, we project a cash balance of more than $70 million by year 5 without factoring in shareholder distributions. So to meet these projections, we have to be very aggressive in getting our operations up and running quickly. But our profits are based on very realistic and somewhat conservative projections of production potential as we bring that additional equipment online. So we think this is a very good investment for our shareholders.
For funding, Petrichor founders will make an initial funding investment of $1.5 million to begin the operation and have already secured orders for custom malting product in the form of pre-orders deliverable by 2018. We are currently seeking $2 million in equity financing to continue the development of the organization through increasing malting units, equipment, tenant improvements, and general requirements for the business operations and sustainment. Well, you've heard a lot of great information from the team here at Petrichor, and we are a driven, a solid, and we are a passionate organization. We have a great product, and we're going to provide that product to market at a sustainable and responsible rate. As those markets continue to expand, we will expand and scale with those markets. And those markets that are growing are the craft brewing industry, which is a $55.7 billion industry as of 2014, and the craft distilling industry that is a $3 billion industry as of 2015. We will provide our product to those industries. Petrichor at its foundation is a great investment that has unique opportunity to make market entry and fill a current gap not offered by mass production. We have a projected net profit of $33 million by year 5. I encourage you to go back and look at some of our highlights and look at our product again. Thank you from the team here at Petrichor.